podcast all about creating your own handmade wardrobe, whether that's sewing or knitting. Today we are having a sewing vlog, just to give you a bit of a hint of some of the stuff that's coming up, but also for those who have watched the knitting podcast recently, you will know that we moved house at the end of last year, and obviously we've been in lockdown. So my sewing has been a little bit slower. Also, birth of my son also made a difference. So I'm starting myself back up again and working hard to have a come back to sewing. So with that in mind, I do have some finished objects sewing wise. I also have some works in progress. For those who are for the knitting content, I will film straight after this a knitting podcast as well, but I've had some feedback and we've decided that it's probably better for me to do sewing content separately, and then the knitting content and vlogs that kind of cross over. So with that in mind, let's go to finished objects. So for finished objects, those who have followed me from the blogging days will know that I am primarily a dressmaker. This is from Home Deck, simply because that's all I've had time for recently. It's not all Home Deck, don't worry. But I made a couple of these cushions, and if you check out the vlog, I will put a link up here. You will have seen me make these. So these are just a pattern I've made myself. I've not made it fancy. I've literally just made an envelope cushion. So these fabrics, I made 2 of these out of about, oh, it's a remnant, it wasn't even half a metre. Probably a wide, maybe it was just about half a metre. So I managed to make 2 of these gorgeous cushions. This is a cotton percale which came from Fabric Godmother. Again, those who have followed for ages will know that I shortly worked with Josie and Tivian at Fabric Godmother for a little while, which I loved. And I've got plenty of Fabric Godmother fabrics in the stash to sew with. For those who don't know, Josie and Tivian have created their own line of fabrics for the Fabric Godmother brand, so you should check those out if you're interested in that. They've got a gorgeous kind of tile print which has been catching my eye, but it's been sold out forever. But it's very similar to these kinds of things. So this is an Ikat Percale. I think it's by Indigo. I don't have the selvage on here, I don't think. These are really simple envelope cushions. I am going to add probably a fastening of some description to the back because my cushions are slightly poofier than I would like, so I get a little bit of stuff there, but they are perfect on my new sofa, which is a dark charcoal grey. Those, again, if you check out the vlog, you can see them on the sofa, see what they look like. I really am going for these kind of indigo blues, my kind of accent colour for the living room. At the moment, because of lockdown, because of loads of other stuff, we haven't actually done any decorating in the house. As you can probably see behind me, all of our walls are still white. We aren't supposed to decorate for a year, so we're sort of, we've got our stuff in, but we haven't started to decorate each room. So yes, I've got 2 of these cushions. I've only brought out one with me because they're exactly the same. So yeah, really happy with those, and actually they took me so little time. It was the first time that my husband took my little boy out for just a few hours to visit his mum, and so I actually managed to get it done in probably an hour and a half, maybe not even that. 2 cushions, super speedy. Yeah, really happy with them. The next thing that is a finished object is a long-standing whip, and technically it's 2, and I'm counting it as 2. These are the Lakeside Pjs from Grainline Studios. These are the Lakeside Pjs from Grainline Studios, and I made these in just a very plain cotton, kind of a polycotton really, that I had in the stash. These are the shorts. They're kind of like a gym short sort of affair. I hadn't, there we are. I hadn't finished these simply because I'd made most of the top apart from the straps, and there is a lot of binding on this thing. They are beautiful and I'm really happy with it, but I would definitely use more like a lingerie binding, a kind of stretchy elastic one. So what I actually used was what I had in stash, which is just a plain bias binding, but as you can probably see, it's pretty crispy. So it's not 100%, I'm sure it'll soften up, but it was also very narrow, so binding was a pain. But yes, this is the top. So it's a set of pajamas with a cross back. You can see there. And like I said, this is just a plain polycotton, and these have been perfect for the kind of hot sticky days that we've had recently. I won't put a picture of me in them, as since having Theo, not got a lot of confidence to be showing you very short shorts. I'm sure that will change soon, but yeah, I'm really happy with them, and I don't have a lot more to say. I think the pattern is fantastic. The size I cut probably is the 14. As I said, it was so long ago that I cut them that I can't really remember. But that's okay. I would recommend, if you are going to make them, that the bias is as thick as you can make it. It was definitely a pain doing it with, I would say my bias binding is about half a centimetre. No, not half a centimetre. So I would say my bias is about 1 centimetre wide, and that is way too thin. It was very fiddly and I wasn't enjoying it, but I think with a little bit more knowledge going forward, I could definitely make myself another pair and be really happy with them. 2 is works in progress. I have several works in progress. Some are long-standing, some are new. You may have seen some before if you watched any of the earlier sewing videos. I can't remember what I did then. So, sewing wise, let's try this. So this is my second Kalle shirt by Closet Case, not Closet Case. This is the Kalle shirt by what was Closet Case Patterns. They have recently just changed their name. I will put it on the screen below as it's just eluded me. I am at the collar. So this is a shirt. It's quite a long one. It's a shirt dress really. The fabric is from Atelier Brunette. This is the Terazzo double gauze. It's lovely to work with. As you can see, it's quite a deep high-low hem, which needs to be bound. Again, another reason why I haven't done that is my binding nightmares with the Lakesides, but that's okay. I'm on the collar. I'm going to try and get that done today and finish this off ASAP because I really want to wear it. I have a longer Kalle dress. I don't wear it, if I'm honest. The only reason being it's really long and I don't tend to wear shirt dresses, and it's quite loose fitting. It looks okay with a belt and things like that, but I think I would wear it a lot more if it was a shirt. So I decided I would cut myself a shirt version, and hopefully I will get loads of wear out of that because I can layer it up. I can wear it with jeans, which is sort of the main thing that I would want to do with it. And no qualms with the pattern so far. I think I've cut a 12 because the 14 that I made before was huge, and yeah, it's a great pattern. For those who don't know, Heather is a fantastic pattern drafter. She does tutorials. I've made her ginger jeans using her amazing online course. I would totally recommend anything closet case patterns. So yeah, love her. I feel a bit out of practice with the sewing stuff. Okay, so for those who don't know, I'm currently living on what is effectively a building site because we live on a place where there's new houses being built. Our road is constantly full of building traffic, so I'm really sorry if you hear a few kind of loud grumbles as the diggers go past, but I can't help it. It happens all of the time and I'm never going to get anything done if I don't do it now. So the next thing that is a work in progress is the Caterina by Seamwork. So this fabric again is a fabric Godmother fabric. It is a Liberty fabric that they got in, I think, on dead stock actually, but it really reminded me of the Bowden print, and me and Josie both picked it up. It's got kind of passion flowers, and it's a bit out of my comfort zone actually because it's yellows. It is a navy base, and the coral orange is very me, and the sort of flashes of pink are quite me. So I thought it might be just a fun sundress. So I have so far sewn the skirt together. I was starting to put the top parts together when I realised that it is a double bodice, and I had only cut out one set, so I will do that hopefully this afternoon. So not much to show you really, other than a very full skirt inside out. There you go. So just to give you an idea, I did shorten it. I can't tell you what size I've made, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but this is the skirt portion, and this will be gathered into the bodice. That's the length I've given it. I am only 5'4"-ish. That's better light. I had to shorten the pattern because I figured I didn't want it full length. I just want it a mid-calf sort of length. So I have that cut out, I have the bodice, and I have the extra fabric to sew together. So I think I managed to do the darts. I did. So I managed to do the darts on the front and the back. So that. I don't think I paid any attention to the pattern matching, but I think I've got away with it. So I am looking forward to wearing that. Today it is super hot here in the UK, and so I am in just a maxi dress type thing, so I'm looking forward to being able to finish this and wear it. The next whip, they're all whips, I'm sorry, they're all whips. This is the Carolyn Pajamas. So again, if you watched some of the very old videos of the kind of sewing vlogs that I was doing, you might have seen this fabric before. This is the Chaffinch Bough by I think it's Lady McElroy, and it's a lawn. Let's get a better piece so you can see it. This is all cut out, as you can see. It's beautiful. I have been desperate to cut this out for a really long time, and when we moved into this house I got a bee in my bonnet. I was like, I'm cutting out all the pieces, it's going to take me ages, but I'm doing it because I want these pajamas. Then I cut them all out, realised I'd lost the fly piece for the trousers, and then stopped. So when I did that, I have found a fly front piece for something else. It's a faux fly, I don't know why I'm making it such a big deal, and I just need some time to sit and sew those together. I mean, the trousers will take me no time at all. The shirt is obviously a traditional shirt. I will put a picture in so you can see what they look like. But yes, I am really looking forward to getting those done and wearing them all the time. Okay, so another thing I have ready to sew, all cut out, and I'm looking forward to, is a couple of bags. So this is the Kato bag. It is by Kandou Designs. I will put the name down below. I will try my best to link everybody as well in the description box. So I have made one of these previously. For those who don't watch the knitting podcast, this is the one that I made previously. So this is the Kato project bag. I made it out of a quilting cotton, and then the bottom base is a cotton drill that I had knocking about. I really like the contrast of having the bottom being different to the top. It also means I can cut the top from a fat quarter. So I had this fat quarter with the intention of making a bag. I was primarily a dressmaker. Recently I've been making a few more things like bags, just to, because they're short, sharp projects effectively. I haven't had the time since having my little boy to be able to really push on sewing things, and then with lockdown, today's the first day since February that he has been able to visit his grandma, so he is blissfully a couple of miles away, which is lush. Anyway, back to the Kato bags. With that in mind, I cut out a few more of these because they're really fun to do. They're kind of like short, sharp bursts. It doesn't matter if I start one and don't finish it or anything like that, because I can just pick it up again. So I've cut out this fat quarter again. I think these were Hobbycraft. Just they do like a set of, you can buy 3 lots of fat quarters for £18 or something. This I think might be a gift, but it's got hot air balloons and bears and unicorns on it. The base fabric will be this, which is just a polycotton in a kind of toffee colour, so it should look something like that. And the lining's just plain white cotton. So I've got that one on the go, and I've also decided I'm going to cut another one for myself. And so this one is going to be another fat quarter that came from this this set. So it's this one. It's like a Terazzo sort of chip effect, and I had some linen that I bought from Fabric Godmother to make some culottes, which were a disaster. So I chopped them up, and it has an ever so slightly glittery, sparkly effect in the weave. So it will be these two fabrics together for that. So hopefully I can get those done ASAP. The last whip I'm going to show you is well, I'm not actually going to show it because it's sort of not really together. I decided that I was going to make a quilt for my little boy. For those who don't know or are new to the podcast, my little boy is 14 months old. It's been a bit of a year, as you can well imagine, and I thought it would be nice to make him a quilt. I am not a quilter. I will put my hands up and say I am 100% not a quilter, but I saw this fat quarter set and I just thought, it's so beautiful. It's a bit boyish without being overly, you know, super masculine, because a lot of the quilts are very girly. So I picked up a fat quarter set, which was the Laska fat quarter set from, I'm going to forget the name. I'll put the name on the screen. I'm sorry I haven't done my homework this time. But I have started to put together the squares. So I'm doing a really basic square quilt. That's it. It's not going to be anything fancy pants, just square with a plain back. I will put a picture in of the squares so far, but I have a few of them here that I can sort of show you separately. So we have the little rain clouds with some snow. The polar bears, I love the polar bears. We also have the whales, and there is little mountains as well in this colour. What I really liked about it is that it's got that kind of indigo navy in it, but there's also some brighter colours. So we also have the bears in this. Oh, so cute. But I really liked these kind of colours not being just a simple boy bluey kind of colourway. I also have in those fat quarters that I have not yet cut out these 3 fabrics. I don't know whether I'm going to use all 3 of these. One of them, 2 of them, I bought separately because I thought that I wouldn't have enough squares. I will have enough squares. The blender that I am using is this lovely, just kind of a cross-hatched, oh that's quite good representation, just a kind of cross-hatched scratchy blue. So that fills in really nicely with these. I'm trying to make it look random. I don't know if it's looking random yet. Trying to make something look random is actually quite tricky. So I have still got this cream with the kind of animals, and it echoes the mountains and things in there. The other fabric that I bought that came with the set is this with the little midnight foxes on. I don't know if I will use that one. We've just got to see. It's not a very big quilt, and I can always make more than one, or I can make in cushions. And I bought this one because I wasn't sure if I needed extra, whether I will use this. I think the pink throws it off just a touch, but I really like it, and I could make it into a bag for myself, so I don't really care. So that is all of the whips. Sorry if it's been a bit stop-start. I haven't got my act together when it comes to the sewing stuff. So I'm going to show you some acquisitions. Not loads of acquisitions and not loads of fabric. Again, those who know or have seen podcasts, YouTube, anything that I've done before will know that I love buying things, but I'm currently on furlough. So I have lots of yarn, and I have bought just a few little sewing things because my sewing stash, my fabric stash, is massive. I will probably show you it in a vlog if anyone's interested. If you're interested, comment below and I'll do a sort of look at my fabric stash if you like. But I did pick up a few little bits. So only one of them is fabric, so I will leave that to the last. These are from the Crafty Fox. I've never bought from her before, but I will again. It was great, no trouble at all, and I'm really happy with everything I bought. First thing I bought was these. This is the back labels from Kalle the Machine. I love Kylie's designs, I love her labels, and I have admired them for a really long time. Since I haven't been sewing that much, I didn't feel like I needed any. But since finishing a few knitted garments where I had short rows in the back of the neck, I really need to know which way is the back. Because I am terrible at remembering, and I have to hold it up, and is it this way, is it, I don't know. So I thought, you know what, I'll just have some This Is the Back labels. They are beautiful. I haven't actually opened the parcel yet, or the packaging, because the packaging is so pretty, but I will open it now. For those who don't follow Kalle, her Instagram is it's Kalle the Machine. And this is what they look like. Oh, they are so up my street. I love this kind of dusky, purpley gorgeousness. So yes, those were the first purchase. The other purchase was from the Pink Coat Club. Again, They are people that I know of and have followed for a little while, but they mostly do pins, and I'm not going down the pin rabbit hole. I love looking at enamel pins and they are gorgeous, but it's another thing I could buy thousands of, and I already have quite a lot with my fabric and my yarn, so I didn't buy that. I bought this. This is their Me Made rose gold pendant, and it was on sale, and I saw it and I was like, I need this. Typically I can't wear kind of nickel sort of jewellery. I don't know how I'm going to do this to show you best. There you go, that's quite a good representation. I'm hypersensitive to jewellery, but the fact that they said that these are plated, I am on board with. So I will 100% be wearing my Me Made pendant really soon, and I'm really pleased with it. It's lovely and it does look like the enamel pin, but I can wear it, yay! And the last thing that I have purchased is just a little bit of fabric. I think this is a ½ meter. I don't think I bought fat quarter, I think I bought ½ meter of this. Oh, it's Ruby Star Society quilting cotton. Again, it's not normally my thing, quilting cotton, but because I've been making these little project bags, I looked at that and I thought, oh my god, I want that in a project bag. So I have this. I might make something else with it as well, maybe a little accessory of some kind, but it is beautiful. It is metallic rose gold, coppery even, I would say, and the base is a purple with a dark purple. As I said, it's 100% quilting cotton, so please excuse my horrendous nails. So it is 100% quilting cotton, so I could use it for a quilt or a cushion. In my sewing room I have quite a few cushions that I've made, some I haven't made, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I have bought that. So I'm sorry it's rambly as hell, but this is where my sewing life is at the moment. I'm hoping I can make myself a couple of Ogden camis as well for just kind of future sewing fabric ideas, so you might see these next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will check in with you really soon. Bye!